Coronavirus disaster. In this video, I want to share the top tips of how to protect your business, your finances, your livelihood from the coronavirus and how to come out the other side better for it. Hello, my name is Barry William Magadidi and I'm the founder and CEO of The Game Changers. We help our clients to triple their profits and double their time off in 12 months or less. And we're going through some unprecedented and very interesting times right now. And what I'm seeing is there's people that are kind of falling in two range of plays right now. There's business owners that are really struggling and suffering. They've had their businesses forced to closure through the governments. And then there's businesses on the other side that are thriving and absolutely can't keep up with the increased demand and never thought that they would have so much demand in their life, let alone all at once. And then there's kind of business owners that are falling somewhere in between. On this video, I want to share with you my top tips of how to corona-proof your business and how to come out the other side better for it. And the first thing I want to share is around the importance of having a plan written down, ready to go. Things are changing moment to moment, day by day, week to week. It's important that you have a solid plan in place that in some degree predicts the changing circumstances and the actions that are required for you to take to ensure that you maintain break even and at best profitable times throughout this. And so something to look into is to assess, first of all, your strengths. What do you have in place right now in your business that is a strength? Is it that you've got or sitting on a surplus of cash? Is it that right now your business is positioned for times like this because maybe you run an online type of a business or a business that serves the demands and needs of consumers right now? What are the weaknesses? Maybe you haven't got a lot of cash put in place. Maybe you weren't prepared for this. Maybe you owe a bunch of money to a bunch of people and all of a sudden things are dried up. But what are the weaknesses that you have in your business right now? What are the opportunities? What opportunities can you see in your current business, in your current model, in the skill set of your team, and what's required and what's going on out there? And what are the threats? What are the potential threats? If this was to go on for another week, another month, another 6 months, another year, what are the threats? So go through, do a SWOT analysis, work out a plan, start to put your budgets in place if you start to see even further drops in revenue, what that looks like and what measures you have to take in order to ensure that you can steer your business through ideally profitably, but at absolute worst, a break-even scenario. And number two is to approach your insurance agency and understand and work out, have you got business interruption insurance? Some of our clients have got insurances that are paying out based on the COVID-19 pandemic, and some of them don't. Either way, reach out to your insurance broker and understand whether you've got interruption insurance, and if not, how you can maybe apply it or add it for future potential circumstances, situations going to happen. And even if you don't have it right now, that's okay. I've got your back. We're going to go through some things to help you to grow through and out the other side of this as well. Number three is team communication. Now more than ever, it's important that you communicate with your team regularly. No doubt your team's mindset possibly aren't quite as strong as yours. They're going to be having all bunch of worries and fears, probably consuming way too much social media. And they need some strong leadership. They need some strong direction. And so it's important to communicate with them. What are you doing and what's the business doing at the moment to get through this and to make sure that they retain their jobs? What are you doing in terms of if they get sick or to have time off, how are you supporting them in that? It's really important. Bring them around the campfire, have an honest and open conversation, allow them to express their concerns, their vulnerabilities, address them, and then align them around where it is you want to go with this and where you want the business and them to be on the other side as well. Next is to look at contacting all of your suppliers and look at reducing your debt repayments or looking at reducing your payments. Can you negotiate with suppliers extended payment terms? Can you negotiate with your landlord to get a rent-free period or reduced rent for the next 3 to 6 months? And also, can you contact your financiers and see about reducing loan repayments, getting better interest rates, or even having no payments for the next 3 to 6 months and having those payments tapped on to the end of the loans right now. Next is reach out to your accountant if you haven't already and find out what government grants and stimulus packages are available for your specific business. And what I'd even advise is to potentially contact somebody outside of your current circle of safety, another accountant, another advisor, somebody who's geared up just to cover your bases. There'd be nothing worse than getting through this and 6 months later finding out you could have applied for and received more cash in your business, because all we're wanting to do right now is to generate as much cash as possible. If your revenue's been affected or your profitability's been affected, we want to produce more cash and find ways of producing cash outside of obviously selling more to be able to invest that back into revenue generating and growth generating activities within your business. So contact your accountant, find out what he's doing for you, for his other clients in terms of government grants, and maybe you can contact someone independent of him to get their opinions as well. And then lastly is marketing and communication. There's a lot of people right now that aren't shopping because they simply think that the businesses they usually shop with aren't trading, aren't operational. So if you're still operational, you are still trading, it's important first and foremost to go out to your customers regularly and let them know that you are trading and let them know what you're doing to protect their safety and the safety of your workers as well. And the next part of this is adjust your communication, adjust your marketing messages and copy to speak to the conversations that they're having right now in their head. The reality is people are spending more money right now than they were 2 months ago. They just might not be spending it on the same products or services they once were. And they've also got different conversations going on inside their head. So it's really important that you meet them where they're at with that conversation and present them with an offer and a reason to do business with you right now. We recently had a client who was a roofer, and when this whole started, businesses were going gangbusters, and all of a sudden it dried up. And I asked him, had he adjusted his marketing message and communication to speak to what's going on right now and let the customers know they're in business, what they're doing to protect the customers and their staff, and why right now is the best time to be working with them, and to which his marketing hadn't changed. It was the same message that was operating 2 months ago, that was generating 6 leads a day, was generating luckily 1 lead a week, if that. The moment he adjusted his communication, his copy, he went back to generating 3 leads within 24 hours a day, just through adjusting that. So make an offer, let them know that you're in business and why right now is a perfect opportunity, and just realize that you should always be marketing. Even when you're busy, I think that's the best time to be marketing because you have cash coming through. You can try campaigns to make sure everyone's that are working. I think you should always be marketing now more than ever. A lot of people have dropped out, they've reduced expenses, which means that there's more buying opportunity on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, which means that lead costs are down. And you're also getting a lot of eyeballs on screens right now. There's a lot of people that are home that are stuck to their phones, that are stuck to watching media, reading articles, that now is a prime opportunity to be putting out marketing campaigns, taking on board marketing share, and delivering a phenomenal service to your clients so that at the other side of this, not only do you come through this, but you come through it better for it. So lean into it, lean into discomfort, make sure you have a solid plan in place, make sure that you're communicating with your team, make sure you've checked in on your insurances and government grant opportunities, reduced all expenses possible, negotiated hard as you can, and that you're out there marketing right now and having conversations and letting people know why they should be doing business with you right now. We produce a lot of content for business owners just like you to help them to grow, scale, and succeed. So if you've liked this or enjoyed this, I'd love to know what's been the best or the number one takeaway from this video. And equally too, make sure you subscribe so you get updates of the videos we release. We drop a couple of videos per week. And also like it and let your friends know. Let your friends know to come here and check out what we've got to share. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.